I've been meaning to say something about Bill 89 in Canada for a little while since I heard about it. But I'm having a lot of trouble figuring out where to begin and how to flow through all of it because there's a lot of things that are all seem to be happening at once and they all have to do with each other, so it's not, I don't have linear thoughts on it. There's the idea of the gender unicorn. If you haven't heard about what this is, you're going to be sorry. It's a way to teach gender and gender identity to primary school students in Alberta. There's such ridiculousness. Biological sex is an ambiguous word that has no scale and no meaning besides that it is related to some sex characteristics. Wrong. Categorically incorrect. It is also harmful to trans people. What the? Instead, we prefer sex assigned at birth, which provides a more accurate description of what biological sex may be trying to communicate. No! The fuck are you teaching these children? The fuck is wrong with you? It's real easy. Sexual reproductive roles. That's it. That's all it means. Sexual reproductive roles don't hurt anyone. And no bullshit you make up is going to be more accurate than that. I'm too angry. I'm too angry about all of this. I think it's because I'm frustrated. So this thing is something to teach children. And then there's Dr. Ken Zucker from the Center for Addiction and Mental Health, Toronto, who ran the gender identity clinic there. He dealt with children as young as 4 and 5 years old who had or didn't have gender dysphoria. And I've got an article here I will link. Part of it is a story about a young boy who would have literal dreams while he was sleeping that he was a girl. And he would wake up sobbing when he realized he was a boy. Part of Zucker's treatment for this young boy was to tell him, I understand you want to be a girl, but it's totally okay to be a boy. His theory was to help kids value the body they have. And one of the things that he always warned parents of these children was don't let the school make him a poster child. Don't let their school, their teachers, parade him around. And obviously, this man is some sort of horrible monster and had to be booted out of CAMH Toronto. And these things, trust me, they link into the Bill 89 thing. Bill 89 is 329 sections. And it's so boring. It's ridiculous. Now, it's that long because they're replacing the Child and Family Services Act with the new Child, Youth, and Family Services Act. And it sounds like nothing, but it's something. And in Part 1, Section 1, dash 2 dash 3 dash 3, referring to protection of children, protection and well-being of children, takes into account a child's or young person's race, ancestry, place of origin, color, ethnic origin, citizenship, family, diversity, disability, creed, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. Further down in this bill, is it Part 5, Child Protection, Section 73. -2, a child is in need of protection where. Subclause F, the child has suffered emotional harm demonstrated by serious 1. Anxiety, 2. Depression, 3. Withdrawal, 4. Self-destructive or aggressive behavior, or 5. Delayed development. Subclause H, there is a risk that the child is likely to suffer emotional harm of the kind described in Subclause F. There is a risk. These things are all coming together. That they're teaching children with the fucking gender unicorn. And there's no such thing as biological sex. They've removed the gender identity expert who had done the actual physical research and was trying to keep children from making drastic decisions, all right? Informing them, keeping them as comfortable as possible with themselves until they could make their own decisions. And now, I don't actually have the source for this, but I've heard from Jordan Peterson that Zucker's work and practice showed that 90% of the children with whom he worked grew up to literally grow out of their gender dysphoria, if they ever had it. And what they discovered in their young adult and adult years was that they're homosexual. Right? That the girl who wanted to be a boy was actually a butch lesbian. And the boy who wanted to be a girl was a little bit of a Twinkie homo. That's all. They didn't need any kind of drastic hormonal procedures that would potentially sterilize them. You know, and the support that they were getting from this doctor who taught their parents how to support them through this worked. That what they needed wasn't hormone treatments. They needed to be treated like everybody else. And now you have this gender unicorn teaching 8-year-old boys, if you like Barbie dolls, you might be a girl. You don't have the defense of a man like Ken Zucker who's saying, maybe you should just wait it out, you know, support the kid and work with them, but don't do anything drastic. And now you have this bill that recognizes a child's right to define their own gender identity, and any kind of emotional harm that might be suffered on the part of the child that results from the actions, failure to act, or pattern of neglect on the part of the child's parent or the person having charge of the child, the government can now take that child away from the caregiver, from the parent. Because little Jimmy thinks he's little Jamie. Jamie's fucking gender neutral. Because Dennis thinks he's Riley. And your parents, they can take you away from your parents now. Because your parents don't want to put you on hormone blockers, on puberty blockers. Because it causes you emotional distress. What the fuck? The fuck is wrong with these people? Yeah, and this has gone through second reading. I'm told unanimously that even the Conservative Party, right, who's sort of been coming to my rescue lately, doesn't understand what's happening here. Yeah, welcome to the People's Republic of Canada. I actually want to apologize for this video. It's not as streamlined as I would have liked it to be, but to do it right would have taken half an hour, 45 minutes maybe, and I'm not an expert. You don't want to listen to me for 45 fucking minutes when I'm just some jackass who doesn't know shit. Hopefully I pointed one person, if I pointed one person in the right fucking direction, gave them just a couple of links and piqued their interest, then I've done what I can for my fucking country from my basement. But, you know, yeah, look into it, please. Because I'm not kidding when I call it the People's Republic of Canada. We've gone off the deep end. And we just keep legislating away our freedoms. We keep legislating away our rights, our ability to raise our own fucking children. Good luck. Relevant links to shit I said in the description? Maybe. I'm Irving Twin. Like, subscribe, or don't. It's a free country. At least it used to be.